where I was going to go, because Winona was a beautiful town with the river flowing by, lake in the middle, big bluffs, and I was going back to St. Mary's. And of course I went back to St. Mary's, and that's where I met Glenna. She was going to St. Teresa's College, and of course I knew at that point this was the girl I was going to marry, and she would be the mother of my children. I didn't get into medical school at that time. It was very crowded. I went home and went back to Detroit, and I took a job for the funeral home. I was going to study to be a mortician, and my sister Catherine and her husband came home at Christmas time, and I told Catherine, I said, I'm not happy with what I'm doing. She said, well, why don't you come to North Dakota with me and establish residency, see if you can still get into medical school. So I did that, and I did get into medical school in North Dakota. I transferred to Creighton University in Omaha because it was close. It was North Dakota was only a 2-year school, and I transferred to Creighton. It was closest to the farm at Curry, and graduated. And then I went back to Detroit to intern at St. John's Hospital in Detroit. The nuns that I went to school for 8 years in Detroit had built a big hospital on the east side of Detroit, St. John's Hospital. They were the Sisters of St. Joseph from Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I interned at St. John's, and I knew I wasn't going to stay in Detroit. I had several offers to stay in Detroit, practice medicine there, but I didn't want to raise my family in Detroit. And so I came to Tracy, Minnesota, closest to the farm, went in with 2 older doctors in the clinic there. They were supposed to build a new hospital. They never built the hospital. The doctors never got together. And Springfield built a new hospital. They were looking for a Catholic doctor. They came over and recruited me. I moved over here to Springfield, and we've been here for 58 years. And Springfield has been a very good town for us. We enjoyed it. We raised our family here. It'll always be the hometown of these children, of my children. They'll always revert to Springfield as their hometown. And 210 North Marshall will always be the Boyle House for a generation to come. I retired in 1995. I've been retired now for almost 21 years, and I live here in Springfield. I'm going to live and die here, and we're happy. We live in the apartments, Riverside Apartments. We sold the big house 4 years ago. We had many happy days in that big house. The last Christmas we spent in Springfield, we had 28 people for dinner on Christmas Day. Well, Glenn and I couldn't keep that up too much longer. So we're happy we sold the house, and we're happy where we are. And I think that the children had a very good, all of our 8 children graduated from this grade school right here. The 4 oldest boys graduated from St. Thomas Academy.